This is a nice way to end that. This is vacation-esque.
Burns my
Fire pit at this time. The world's largest marshmallows.
They are.
They're fantastic.
And found these sticks on his way to work. I think he's doing a really nice job.
He whittled them himself.
Yeah.
I'm a farmer, and I have some hot chocolate here as well, so things are pretty good. I'm Matt Lauer, along with Erica Hill, who's in for Savannah. Al Roker and Carson Daly join us in our little home away from home here as well.
Coming up, new ways to stay warm on a snowy day like this. Not just sitting outside around the fire pit if Carson comes over. Ways to do it the old-fashioned way.
All right, we're going to have some fun with that. But first, we're going to go to we're going to Kristen Dahlgren. Kristen is out in Syosset, Long Island, kind of halfway between here and the end of Long Island, where the major roadway between here and the end of Long Island had been closed down overnight. What's the latest, Kristen?
Hey, Matt, well, we just saw the sign behind me there change from road closed to caution road icing. So the Long Island Expressway is back open, but conditions still pretty bad out here. Take a look over here. You can see this is that drift of snow we showed you earlier. The holes where I was an hour ago filled back in from the blowing snow here. Here's the issue. This is such light, powdery snow. The plow's really having trouble getting things off the road. And while the state had almost 500,000 tons of salt ready to go, it doesn't do anything. The temperatures from now where I am about 10 degrees feels like -8. That salt is ineffective, so there's still a lot on the roads that the plows can't get off. So while the Long Island Expressway is back open, the road's still pretty bad. You can see people, though, are out here driving, but
look at all the fucking deer out there now.
To take it slow, and if you don't have to go out, don't go out.
Thank you. All right, Kristen Dahlgren. Kristen, thank you very much.
We are going to turn over now to Al. Al, when is all this going to wrap up?
Well, here in New York, it's going to wrap up in the next couple of hours, but as you can see, it's still snowing up throughout New England. Let's look at some of these snowfall totals we've seen already, and they've been pretty impressive. Plainview, 8.5 inches. Out on Long Island, 11.5. Topfield in Massachusetts, 23.5 inches. Philadelphia picking up 6. We're going to see a little bit more of this as this system pushes away. It's going to bring behind it much more brutal air, cold air, gusty winds, and blowing and drifting snow. So whatever's on the ground now is going to freeze. It's going to be a mess. Speaking of freezing, how do you think? Would you like a little hot chocolate there, sweetie?
Sure.
Sure, here you go. Here, you know what? A little hot chocolate? There you go. There you go. Hey, like a marshmallow? Marshmallow? Marshmallow. Yeah, marshmallow. Yeah, all right. Yeah, back to Matt. And Carson.
Yeah, thank you very much. We mentioned travel earlier. HMS JFK International Airport here in New York had been shut down for a while. Apparently going to reopen that airport at 8:30 this morning.
That's coming up. LaGuardia is open, although obviously I think it was 3,700 flights have been canceled as of this morning. Not just at LaGuardia, obviously, but across the Northeast. So what we're looking at now are long lines at LaGuardia. So you can imagine it is going to be a lot of, as we like to say, hurry up and wait for travel today.
That's right. You should check with your local airport and your airline before heading to an airport. And just a good day to sit around a fire and toast marshmallows. Let's go inside. Peter Alexander filling in for Natalie this morning. He's going to look at all the headlines. Hi, Peter.
Hi, good morning. Good day to be inside, that's for sure. The fate of a California girl who was declared brain dead could be decided today. Jahai McMath was declared brain dead on December 12th after complications from a tonsillectomy. Her family's been battling Children's Hospital in Oakland, California to keep her alive and move her to a facility in New York. On Thursday, a federal judge ordered attorneys for the
wrong morning to sit inside today.
Mandatory settlement conference. That discussion will take place today in Oakland. A new snag this morning for those 52 tourists and researchers rescued from that icebound ship in Antarctica. The icebreaker that was taking them to Australia has now been told to stay put. That's because a Chinese ship that supplied the rescue helicopter Thursday is now in danger of getting stuck in the ice as well. More Americans are being evacuated today from the U.S. Embassy in South Sudan. Fighting there between anti-government rebels and supporters of South Sudan's president has killed at least 1,000 people since last month. The U.S. also announced today that it is sending $50 million in additional humanitarian aid to help victims of the conflict. Secretary of State John Kerry is meeting today with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. Kerry is on his 10th trip to the Middle East to craft a framework for peace talks, which he said is not mission impossible. Kerry met last night with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who did question whether the Palestinians seriously want to find a solution to their decades-long conflict.